Good evening, everyone. Jai Hind. Good evening. Jai Hind. Welcome to Unacademy Shaurya. Very good evening. Just give us few seconds to check whether we are live or not. Jai Hind.
You are live, sir.
Okay. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much.
श्रद्धा. Good evening, everyone. Jai Hind. मैं हूँ डॉक्टर प्रशांत जगताप, फॉर्मर असिस्टेंट कमांडेंट सेंट्रल इंडस्ट्रियल सिक्योरिटी फोर्स, और आज हमारे साथ बहुत ही खास मेहमान हैं. I welcome Vivek Kalia sir. He is very eminent personality. He served in Indian Navy at very high positions, and he has tremendous experience uh, in Indian Navy, in administration, in वो इंडियन नेवी के हेडक्वार्टर में भी काम कर चुके हैं. He has also worked with coast guards of Mauritius Navy. So I welcome you to the Unacademy Shaurya sir. Thank you very much for being here. It's an honor to have you with us.
Thank you, Prashant. Thank you for hosting me, and thank you for the kind words. Yes, great, more than 2 decades of service to the nation in different capacities. So I feel humbled and honored to have done that in my lifetime.
Thank you very much sir. Thank you very much for your service. And आज सर हम लोग का एक सिंपल एक्सपेक्टेशन है. आपका ये जो जर्नी है वो अमेजिंग है. आप इतने अलग अलग कैपेसिटीज में सर्व कर चुके हो, इतने अलग अलग लेवल्स में सर्व कर चुके हो. तो आज हमारे जो ऑडियंस है, आज हमारे जो स्टूडेंट्स हैं, तो उनके पास जनरली गाइडेंस का कमी रहता है. एंड एज इवन यू माइट बी अवेयर कि जनरली जब तक हम लोग आर्म फोर्सेस में रहते हैं तो ज़्यादा बात नहीं कर सकते. एंड मोस्ट इंपॉर्टेंटली आर्म फोर्सेस ऐसे थोड़ा सा सेक्लूडेड एरिया आ जाता है जिसके रैंक सब लगते बड़े बड़े हैं, एक्चुअली समझ में कुछ भी नहीं आता है, और अपॉर्चुनिटीज के बारे में भी ज्यादा चीजें पता नहीं रहती किसी को. तो क्या सर आपका जर्नी कैसे था? आपने कहाँ से स्टार्ट किया? वेयर डू यू बिलोंग ओरिजिनली? और आप आर्म फोर्सेस में किस तरह से एंटर हो गए? क्या उसके बारे में कुछ बताएंगे सर प्लीज?
So thank you, Prashant. Yes, बाकी जैसे सब नॉर्मल मिडिल क्लास का जर्नी होता है, आई थिंक मेरा जर्नी भी was a quite a humble beginnings. My father was in the government service, and I was born in Amritsar, and thereafter kept moving, studied in Kendriya Vidyalayas throughout my schooling age, and फादर के साथ मूव करते रहे, कभी जम्मू, कभी डलहौजी, दिल्ली, जम्मू. तो आई थिंक इन्हीं एरियाज में मैंने अपनी स्कूलिंग कंप्लीट की. एंड लास्ट 11th and 12th में मैंने अगेन जम्मू से अपना स्कूलिंग कंप्लीट किया इन फ्रॉम द केवी. एंड वहाँ पे the school was in the cantonment area, and also I think I had some kind of a passion. I was watching the 26th January parade. Almost I think I was when I was 7 or 8 years old, almost 83-84 की मेरी जो लास्ट मेमोरी है, मैं तब से आई थिंक जो 26 जैन की परेड हमेशा हर साल देखता था लाइव. एंड आई थिंक देयर सीइंग द आर्म फोर्सेस यूनिफॉर्म, द क्रिस्प मार्चिंग एंड ऑल. तो आई थिंक दोज थिंग्स काफी मुझे मोटिवेट करती थी. एंड बीइंग इन कंटोनमेंट एरियाज, अगेन सीइंग आर्म फोर्सेस पर्सनल वाज सम काइंड ऑफ अ मोटिवेटर. एंड देन my batchmates also were appearing for the ND examination in 11th and 12th, and I happened to focus myself and give my best shot to an armed forces career through the National Defense Academy. And that's how I started my journey into the armed forces. So 93 I appeared once. Unfortunately, just to tell the truth, I first time did not clear my written examination. And that was a huge setback to me, because I was a studious student, and I think probably I did not give my entire energy at that moment of time. But then I realized that no, if I have to make my dreams come true, I have to work harder. And I think I gave my entire focus, and then I cleared the same in 94, went for my SSB, and cleared that SSB of mine, and joined the National Defense Academy in July 1994. And that's how the journey in the armed forces began, as a young cadet in 94 to a young officer commissioned in the Navy in July 98.
सर आपने एनडीए में जाने के बाद नेवी में जाने का कैसे तय किया? मीन्स डिड यू चूज इट? और ये प्रोसेस आप थोड़ा सा एक्सप्लेन करेंगे क्या? वो मतलब हम लोग को नॉर्मल स्टूडेंट्स को या सभी लोग को इतना ही पता रहता है कि एनडीए में जाते हैं, उसके बाद फोर्सेस सेपरेट कैसे होते हैं, उसके आगे के प्रोसेसेस कैसे होते हैं, उसके बारे में बहुत कम जानकारी रहता है।
सर्विसेज का जो हम सिलेक्शन करते हैं कि सर्विस में हम जाना चाहते हैं, दो मेथड से हो सकता है. One is when you appear for the NDA examination, it is through the UPSC. When you give your forms, you give your choices there as your choice 1, 2 and 3 and 4. In the UPSC का जो फॉर्म भरते हैं NDA का, उसमें अपना चॉइस आप भर सकते हैं, आप कौन सी सर्विस को ज्वाइन करना चाहते हैं. एंड ओवर दैट ऑल्सो आपका स्ट्रीम क्या होगा. जैसे अभी एयरफोर्स और आर्मी जो एयरफोर्स और नेवी जो है वो अब साइंस ग्रेजुएट्स एक्सेप्ट करते हैं. तो I'm talking now almost 27, 28 years ago when I did my journey. So you have to see, each person has to see what is his or her, now even girls are also joining NDA, his or her, what streams have they taken in 11th class and are they eligible for a particular career in Navy or in Air Force, because they seek a technical, basically a science background thing, and what you want to pursue. तो वो एक लेवल है जहां पे आप अपना सिलेक्शन डाल सकते हैं. सेकंड, वंस यू जॉइन एनडीए इन द सेकंड टर्म, दैट इज सेकंड सेमेस्टर आप कह सकते हैं, देन यू गेट अ चांस टू चेंज योर स्ट्रीम इफ यू वांट टू. यू ऑल ज्वाइन एज ऑफ ए पर्टिकुलर आर्म, दैट इज इधर यू आर फ्रॉम व्हाटएवर आपने सिलेक्शन दिया है यूपीएससी में, आप उसके बेसिस पे आप ज्वाइन कर सकते हैं. वेदर आप नेवी, एयरफोर्स, आर्मी या दिया आपने, उसमें आप दे सकते हैं. नहीं तो सेकंड टर्म में आप अपना चॉइस फिर से चेंज कर सकते हैं. यू हैव टू अंडरगो एन एग्जामिनेशन एंड आफ्टर गिविंग दैट एग्जामिनेशन योर सर्विस कैन बी चेंज्ड दैट टाइम आल्सो ड्यूरिंग द एनडीए. एंड वंस यू स्टार्ट योर सर्विस सब्जेक्ट्स, इट मींस सेकंड टर्म के बाद आपको थोड़ा सा इंट्रोडक्शन, आपका ज्यादातर फोकस फिजिकल एक्टिविटी वगैरह में होता है टिल द फोर्थ टर्म. फोर्थ टर्म के बाद, इट मींस यानी सेकंड ईयर के बाद आपका ज्यादा फोकस सर्विस सब्जेक्ट्स के ऊपर, इट मींस इंडिविजुअल सर्विस सब्जेक्ट्स के ऊपर आना शुरू हो जाता है. तब तक आप ज्यादा फोकस अपना पढ़ाई पे और अपनी या बीएससी या बीकॉम जो भी आप कर रहे हैं और फिजिकल एक्टिविटी पे देते हैं. तो जब आपकी सर्विस चेंज हो जाती है सेकंड टर्म के बाद, तब आपका फोकस जो है वो सर्विस सब्जेक्ट्स पे रिलेटिवली होता है. तो जो आर्मी का है वो आर्मी के सब्जेक्ट्स को डील करेगा, उनकी ट्रेनिंग आर्मी ट्रेनिंग टीम करेगी. और जो Can you hear me?
Yes sir, yes sir.
I think I just gone blank.
Am I audible sir?
Yeah, you are audible, but I can't see my screen, so I don't know. I hope it's okay.
Yes, we can see you sir.
You can see my screen?
Yes,
okay. I was not able to see my screen, so that's why sorry for the interruption.
Yes,
okay, till then you can hear me and you can see me. I think that's more than
yes,
more important for us. Okay, can we just little pause here, because
sure.
I'm little blind here because I can't see my screen at all in this.
Sure sir.
I'm really sorry for this, because if I can't see you, I can't make out.
Right sir, I can understand. Yes. Yeah.
Okay, so that's how I think the focus comes on from fourth term onwards onto the service subjects. So Army goes to the Army training team, Air Force goes to the Air Force training team, and Navy goes to the Navy training team. So that's how it starts. So आप UPSC में भी अपना selection, अपना choice दे सकते हैं, and similarly you can give your choice in during second term of the NDA also, and you can change the thing. आपका मेडिकल होगा अगर स्पेशली अगर आप एयरफोर्स में जाना चाहते हैं, एंड दूसरा अगर आप नेवी में जाना चाहते हैं तो भी आपका वो होगा, या नेवी से आर्मी में चेंज करना चाहते हैं तब भी आपका सिलेक्शन होगा.
ओके सर, नेवी में जाने के बाद आपका मतलब वंस यू एंटर्ड एज एन ऑफिसर इनटू नेवी, आपका फिर आगे का जर्नी कैसे था? आपने कौन से कैपेसिटी में कहाँ कहाँ पे आपका एक्सपीरियंस कैसे था?
So Navy, I got commissioned on 1st July 98, and उसके बाद I did the technical courses. Basically, they give you the education, they give you the knowledge how to perform your duties. So almost 1 साल के courses होते हैं जिसमें आपको as an executive officer मैंने join किया था. So executive officers are the one, executive branch is the one which leads and commands.
Right.
That's how it is there. So in that capacity I joined. So the knowledge of everything is very, very important to be known to an executive officer. Those short courses for a year, and then we end up at watchkeeping officer on board the warships, so that we can navigate the ships. We know how to run a ship and how to basically run in capacity as an executive officer. So 6 months tenure. Thereafter, I joined as a gunnery officer on another warship, and uske baad I decided that I want to become an aviator. So whether you want to join as an aviation officer or you want to join as I would say you want to join as a submariner or a marine commando, these are the volunteer arms. You can bifurcate within our executive into these arms. So I chose that I will become an observer in the Navy. So I went through special medical examinations because aviation requirements are a little higher, and then I went through the full procedure and I was selected for the observer course. I went to Cochin, वहाँ पे 1 साल का course किया, flying किया, and then I earned my wings in 2001. And उसके बाद I was deputed to the aviation squadron as a young observer. And उसके बाद I participated in various exercises because there was heightened tension on the border in December 2001. And that's how my training started in naval aviation. Good time to train, not a great time for the nation, but yes, as armed forces, it was our duty. So I did my duty to the nation in that capacity there, while being attached to the Air Force, and I think doing my bit on the borders there. Continue to fly, continue to do my best. I was bachelor there that time, so had no much responsibilities on the personal front, and then because I was flying a lot and I was contributing, I was selected for the instructor's course in aviation. So 2003 I went and to become an instructor. The training of the instructor happens along with the Air Force. So it was not conducted with the Navy, so was deputed to Air Force, went to Hyderabad for a 6 months course, and that's how the training started with the Air Force for 6 months. And that in that capacity, when I started my training with the Air Force, then tough training, 6 months, came back to the school to train the young observers. 2 years, again worked with the 5-6 different batches of observers, worked with them, trained them, made them young observers. That was a good contribution, now to train somebody and make them capable for the next career of their life. And then after that, since I was working well, I suppose, I was deputed to Mauritius on a deputational assignment. Went there as capacity of head of training for 2 years. Good time, a lot of operational exposure, a lot of international exposure, a lot of good family time also. Came back, now this time, first leadership assignment came in. In the Navy, you have to lead at sea for you to get promoted and you to further progress in your career in the Navy. So 2010, I was selected as second in command of a missile corvette as second in command. So it was I think a dream come true of any officer. I was lieutenant commander that time, a major equivalent in the army, if I can say. 1 year tenure, I did well, learned the nuances of how to lead the men, how to lead in an operational environment, in an environment at sea, honed my leadership skills, thereafter got selected for Higher Defense Management, that is a Defense Services Staff College at Wellington, Uti. Did that course for 10 months, and probably my performance was good, so Navy selected me and gave me an opportunity to head the HR stream of naval aviation, which I did for 2 years, and great opportunity to connect with the human hearts, connect and contribute towards the human side of this thing, because you have the capacity to transfer people, you have the capacity to select people for trainings. So I think you are shaping their careers.
Right.
So it was good time. I think I contributed in my best capacity. And then I think as part of my career progression, I went as second command, second leadership tenure. I went this time a much larger ship. I went to a missile destroyer, guided missile destroyer on the west coast, as second command of that warship. 500 men, 50 officers, huge capacity, which is there. And once you have more responsibilities, more is on ownership is on you.
Right.
So I think was getting well groomed because more opportunities came my way, multinational deployments and all these things. And then I got an opportunity to command my own ship the next year, an amphibious vessel. And that was, I think, dream come true of every naval officer to command at sea. And that I did to the best of my capability, because it's not only a responsibility. They say the buck stops at you, because you are the face of your organization. You are the face of. So it is, with more perks comes more responsibilities and more ownership. And I think that's how I lived up my tenure. That success is ours, failures is mine. So that's how I try to live my 1 year as in command. And as part of that journey, then continued, finished my command, came back to naval headquarters again in capacity as this time in the capacity as director of procurement in naval headquarters in Delhi. And this time it was in the procurement directorate. So again, the thing changed in the Navy. You are groomed in different capacities to further work upon different skill sets of yours. So this time I was leading the in the capacity of shaping up the requirements of aircraft weapons for the naval aviation. And that happened 3 years. I decided that yes, I will give my best. And then that's how I decided that yes, I have Navy has given me the best. I can probably utilize this my whatever I have gained from the Navy and become maybe shape my career in the corporate world. That's how my career has been over I would say 21 years.
That was amazing career, sir. बहुत आपने अलग अलग कैपेसिटी में अलग अलग जगह पे सर्व किया. It was means amazing career. Very beautiful.
Yeah, and that's something I must thank the Indian Navy to give me that capacity to perform those duties. I think I'm totally humbled because itne tarah ka vast exposure and experience. I think I'm just I would say I'm just privileged to have served in those capacities.
Right. सर मतलब मेरा भी यही मानना है कि गवर्नमेंट में जो चीजें करने का इतना वास्ट एक्सपीरियंस मिलता है अलग अलग चीजें करने का, स्पेशली इन आर्म फोर्सेस लाइक आर्मी, नेवी एंड एयरफोर्स, वो इतने बड़े हैं और इतने अलग अलग कैपेसिटी में अलग अलग चीजें करने का मौका मिलता है. दैट इज सिंपली अमेजिंग. दिस इज ऐसा वाला करियर अपॉर्चुनिटी और कहीं पे भी नहीं मिलता.
Yes, I totally agree. I think, and once you are doing the service to the nation in that capacity, I think the best comes out of you, and you have yourself served in your capacities. You can feel that yes, there's no better feeling, I think, to serve for your nation. There are various other professions where you can serve the nation and you can do your duty to the nation, but I'll still feel that it is not for any other privilege, but just a privilege to make a difference and give your best to the nation. So I think really humbled for that.
Sir, 1998 or 1999 के टाइम पे you were young officer and at that time Kargil war started.
Mhm.
So at that time, what were your feelings? मतलब आपको कैसे लग रहा था कि you're very young, you just joined armed forces, and means I'm just curious to know what was going on in your mind at that time.
Yes, it was a different time because we were just commissioned and we were a bunch of youngsters, 21, 22 years old that time. And उस वक्त पे some of our batchmates who were again young commissioned officer in army, some of our seniors were already deployed at Kargil. Some of them were deployed at sea during the Kargil war and doing the duties. So I think there is always an adrenaline rush that yes, we are in training right now. Why can't we go early? Why can't we go and play our part? So I think those were the kind of feelings which were happening. Yes, we were in training. We were not actively participating in during the Kargil war. But yes, we were also saddened when we were seeing the loss of men and loss of officers who were there, whom you knew that time. That was also a saddening feeling. But also there was always that thing in your mind that yes, whenever you get your chance to play in that capacity, I think we will deliver it. So I think I got my chance within, I would say within 3 years. I got my chance to be at the borders and play my part when I joined aviation in 2001. But I think I think Josh is so high that you want to contribute in any capacity which you can.
That was so great. Sir, over the 21 years of career, जो भी आपका जो बहुत अच्छा करियर रहा, आपने नेवी को 21st सेंचुरी के प्रॉब्लम्स, नए वाले इमर्जिंग प्रॉब्लम्स भी देखे होंगे। आपने नेवी को और स्पेशली इसके साथ-साथ 2011 के अटैक के बाद इंडियन कोस्ट गार्ड भी काफ़ी ट्रांसफॉर्म हुआ। तो आपने क्या ट्रांसफॉर्मेशन देखा इसमें, जो चेंजेस आ गए हैं नेवी के हमारे अप्रोच में?
See, I think a lot of good changes have come in place in the Navy and in the armed forces. I think qualification standards have gone up because it is important. Qualification standards going up because overall standard of education is going up. So tuning the armed forces as per the technical standards which are required. Because as I said, all services are becoming more technical. They are using the technology, so having people who have the technical bend of mind. So technical standards were introduced in Navy. The standards with regards to 4 years was introduced. That yes, that now everybody will do a 4 years degree. This is there. That was introduced. Ship standards which are there. I think good ships, good aircraft, good weaponry coming in. I think so. We were adapting ourselves with regard to the requirements which are there to defend the nation. So those are the things. The processes and procedures were well simplified during those particular time periods which are there. And I think so. The way we were operating the services were becoming much more proficient and much more efficient in a manner. And I think we were investing well during those times onto the correct training standards, so that they say that the better you train during peace, the better you contribute during war. So I'm just taking in. It's not the exact this thing. They say the more you sweat in peace and less you bleed in war. So I think better you train during peace, I think better you are able to contribute during the hostilities time. So I think training, technological differences in the standards of education standards of getting the even the men, the sailors, or even the officers were transformed correctly. And I think the processes were being simplified to be able to run the ships and run the organization in a better manner. So I think those were the great changes which were brought during those 20 years which I saw.
That was great. Sir, leadership एक ये जो ऑफिसर लाइक क्वालिटी है जो एसएसबी में भी चेक किया जाता है और फॉर दैट मैटर एनी ऑफ द इंटरव्यूज स्पेशली इफ यू आर गोइंग टू सर्व इन गवर्नमेंट ऑफिसेस इन एनी ऑफ द ऑफिसर कैपेसिटी जहाँ पे आपके साथ डिसीजन मेकिंग इन्वॉल्व रहता है सो व्हाट डू यू व्हाट इज योर अंडरस्टैंडिंग ऑफ द लीडरशिप
Leadership is a very big term which is there, but I think leadership I would say leadership is first, and whenever leadership, I define it as an opportunity.
Oh, great.
I always say leadership is an opportunity. It's not a rank or a title. Fortunately, in services, it's also a rank and a title and a designation which is there. But I think leadership is an opportunity. You may be given an opportunity with small team to undertake a particular task. You may not be the helm of affairs, or you not be the top of your organization, but you may be leading a team of 5-6 people for doing a specific task. It can be organizing something, or it can be actually a hard task which is there. But how you utilize that opportunity to undertake that work is what is leadership is all about. Leadership is about authenticity to yourself, authenticity to the people whom you are leading and the organization you're leading. And leadership is about your self-character. When you say character, all the nuances of honesty, integrity, everything comes as part of that. Because once you are given that capacity or as a leader, I think you are under scrutiny, and you are giving the chance to others to be scrutinizing you, because that is, as I said, with more perks comes more greater responsibilities which are there. And I feel that you should be at that moment of time when you are a public figure or a leader. I think ownership is on you to be able to stand that scrutiny. So when you have to stand the scrutiny, your character has to be absolutely clear and clean. There cannot be any kind of an ethical concerns about the way you lead yourself and the way you lead people. And you should have that strong moral courage to take actions, to take decisions, and to take ownership. Sometimes it is in NDA we were taught that we were given always group punishments.
Right.
Whether it is your fault or not, it was, I think, a way to groom you as a leader to stand for each other, to build up that camaraderie among each other. So that's how I think those lessons which we learned at young age gave us an opportunity to actually stand for each other and to put our lives in for others is there. And that is what leaders do in this thing. When the opportunity comes, as I said, success is ours. It is split amongst all people, but the failure is mine. To stand up and to own the failure for the organization, despite knowing the fact that, because since you have been given a title as a leader, I think you are the face of that organization outside that organization. So you should have the moral courage even to stand up for the organization and take that thing. So I think those are the few things which stand very strongly, especially for a military leader or a leader anywhere in the world.
It was beautifully explained, sir. जो SSBs रहते हैं, many people get very confused about SSBs and ये जो ऑफिसर लाइक क्वालिटी रहती है, तो क्या आप ऐसे बता सकते हैं कुछ क्वालिटीज जो है, जैसे लीडरशिप है, इनिशिएटिव टेकिंग है, ऐसे वाले जो वो उनके डेली रूटीन में ऐसे क्या करे जिससे वो वाले क्वालिटीज अपने आप में ला सके?
I think SSB में सबसे important is that yes, you should go prepared. I would say you should go prepared because there are some things which are asked to you with regards to what is happening around in the nation, general knowledge about the nation which is there, your views which are there. Are your views radical views, or are your views something which are in the favor of organization? So I think first knowledge is important, then honesty is important, because you can't fake it in the interview. The people who are taking your interviews are the people who have been, I think, taking interviews for multiple years, and they hold multiple years of experience. So I think that your honesty is very, very important. Do not try to fake it because it will get caught. So be honest. If you do not know something, I think be honest and admit it there. Then also is that you have to display. You don't have to display cutthroatism. You have to display initiative. That is important. Initiative in the right manner. Some places you have to take a step back also while doing a team event, while giving somebody else the initiative. That also gets noticed. It is not that it doesn't get noticed. So people feel that, okay, if I am the one who is just this thing, that also may play against you. That if you are the one who is always trying to take the lead in everywhere and not giving anybody even a chance to speak in a group discussion, even that gets noticed. So while everybody says that, okay, have initiative and this thing, sometimes initiative is to giving others the chance. When you are given a chance to lead a small task in an SSB with few logs and few activities and all, how you are able to lead them, give your initiative to them, and just give them directions and let them do the work is also noticed. So it is not only just raising your hand for every group discussion or something. It is also about listening and then taking the best out of those listenings which others are saying and using those listenings to make your own point, which is there. So nobody likes somebody who wants to score one-upmanship over others. So I think honesty, integrity, initiatives which are there, and also an ability to give initiative to somebody else for a team task or a team role is very important. And definitely knowledge is also very important, because you are supposed to be aware, a leader is supposed to be aware of his or her surroundings.
Thank you very much, sir. Sir, this is the last question for today. I won't take much of your time. It was you are very kind to give us your time. So I won't take much of your time. This is the last question. Uh, अभी एग्जाम्स आ रहे हैं. Every 6 months there are examinations, and many aspirants, they cannot keep up with the syllabus and they get stressed out. तो टेंशन आ जाता है, एंग्जाइटी आ जाती है, बहुत बार ऐसे छोड़ के जाने का मन करता है, बहुत बार ऐसे लगता है कि नहीं होगा ही नहीं. So how to deal with these kind of situations कि जो stress आता है, how to manage the exam related stress?
आई थिंक ये स्ट्रेस होता है, बिकॉज हर इंसान का स्ट्रेस लेवल अलग होता है. बट आई वुड से दैट आई मे बी यूजिंग आइडियल टर्म्स इन दिस केस, बट आई थिंक व्हेन यू आर इन द एज ग्रुप 11th और 12th क्लास में है, I think you have lesser responsibilities. Otherwise, I think your entire focus, even from yourself, from your parents, everybody is how to make the career shift next after 12th. Just there. So I think just keep your focus aligned. There is enough distractions which are available in the world. If you can just keep your focus right for those particular moments which are there, and give your energy in those particular days when the examinations are there, I think you can do well. Especially the examination of NDA and all are not the toughest of the examinations. But yes, it requires practice. It requires practice. It requires speed, which is there. So I think just maintaining your focus at that moment of time, and yes, giving yourself the best shot. Because while yes, expectations are there of yours, stress is also there. Is there. But I think it requires you to have that stress bearing capacity also. Because to get anything better in life, it will not be just served on your plate. Stress will be there. It is a healthy stress which is there. I think everybody has to build up some capacity to take up that stress, because otherwise the moment will pass, and thereafter, once the moment is ruined, you will be more stressed actually after the moment has passed. So I would say it's a healthy stress. Focus yourself, take guidance if required with regards to how to attempt. Like I said, I did not clear my first written attempt, just there. It was a shock to me. But then I maintained my focus. I knew that what I had to do, where were my mistakes. If I knew that the mathematics was a challenge which was there, I focused more my energy into it. I think practice, persevere, which is there, maintain patience, and maintain your focus. And I think once you are through to the line on the other side, I think you are the one who is cherishing that moment. So I think bear the capacity to bear that stress onto you.
बिल्कुल सही बताया सर आपने. So thank you very much सर. आज आप हमारे साथ आए हैं. हमारे जो एस्पायरेंट्स है, जो नेक्स्ट जनरेशन जो आर्म फोर्सेस ज्वाइन करना चाहते हैं, who want to be part of the armed forces and serve the nation, आपने अपने जर्नी के थ्रू उनको गाइड किया, आपने इंस्पायर किया. आपका जो ट्रिमेंडस एक्सपीरियंस है, अदरवाइज हम लोग को या कोई भी एस्पायरेंट्स को मौका ही नहीं मिलता है कि आपके जो लेवल के लोग हैं, आपके जितना एक्सपीरियंस लोग हैं, उनके साथ इंटरेक्ट करने का या उनके साथ बातें करने का, एक्सपीरियंस शेयर करने का. थैंक यू वेरी मच फॉर दिस अपॉर्चुनिटी. On the behalf of Unacademy team, I thank you very much. Thanks a lot, sir.
Thank you, Prashant, and thank you, Unacademy team, for giving me this opportunity to share my views. I hope whatever I said, people can take the best out of whatever it is, what I've shared, and make the best career choices in this. Armed forces is a great, noble profession, and I'm sure you will do justice to it, and you will enjoy each bit of it when you are part of the armed forces. So my best wishes to everybody who's aspirant. Make your best choice. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, sir. Thanks a lot.
Thank you. Thank you.
Welcome back. It was great experience to talk all of. Uh, it was great experience to discuss with विवेक कालिया सर. उन्होंने पिछले 20 सालों से इंडियन नेवी में बहुत हाई लेवल की कैपेसिटी में सर्व भी किया. थैंक यू ऑल ऑफ यू फॉर बीइंग हियर. अनअकैडमी प्लस के ऊपर और अनअकैडमी के ऊपर मेरे भी सीपीएफ असिस्टेंट कमांडेंट के, सीडीएस के और आफकैट के कोर्सेस ऑलरेडी चल रहे हैं. आप चाहते हो तो इनमें ज्वाइन कर सकते हो. और ये जो कोर्सेस है उसमें कुछ फ्री क्लासेस चल रहे हैं. डेली सुबह 7 बजे मेरा पांडा नाम का करंट अफेयर्स का सेशन चलता है सीपीएफ कैटेगरी में, और शाम को 5 बजे इकोनॉमिक्स के सेशन चलते हैं. सीपीएफ असिस्टेंट कमांडेंट का नया बैच 27 को स्टार्ट हो चुका है, और एक नया बैच अभी लास्ट फ्राइडे को 11th मई को 12th मई को शुरू हो चुका है. अगर आपको इंटरेस्ट है तो आप अनअकैडमी प्लस के ऊपर सीडीएस कैट या फिर सीपीएफ कैटेगरी में आपकी प्रिपरेशन के लिए ज्वाइन कर सकते हैं. आपको अनअकैडमी एप्लीकेशन डाउनलोड करना है और वहां पे फ्री रजिस्ट्रेशन करना है. वो करने के बाद आप फ्री सेशंस अटेंड कर सकते हो. मेरे साइंस के भी फ्री सेशन चल रहे हैं, मेरे इकोनॉमिक्स के फ्री सेशन चल रहे हैं, हिस्ट्री के फ्री सेशंस हैं और करंट अफेयर्स के फ्री सेशंस हैं, जो डेली सुबह 7 बजे चलते हैं. दिन भर काफी सारे फ्री सेशन चलते हैं. करंट अफेयर्स का जो है और एक नया फ्री सेशन स्टार्ट होने वाला है. तो थैंक यू वेरी मच. जय हिंद.